Darkcast Network. The light shines brightest on our indie podcasts.
But this podcast I listened to, he was like, you need to learn how to lead generate. Like, you need to learn how to feed yourself. Because if you can't feed yourself, you're going to be reliant on these things and these referrals and paying these fees and bop, 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 bop. Mm-hmm. And so I took some tips and learned, like, where to look for the leads. And, like, we have so many resources to gain the information. Mm-hmm. Different apps that you just have to go.
Apps?
Well, everybody has a fucking app now, but... resources. It's a straight hustle, girl. It's a straight hustle. Mm-hmm. Hustle, muscle.
Another reason I know.
If you want to be rich, you gotta work for it.
I don't have it in me for that.
I want to be my child. I want to be rich. Girl. I want a money rug and all gold. I want my room to be painted gold. I'm like, where are you getting this ideas from? Where is this coming from? I was like, you need to get off of YouTube. Like,
what she's watching.
Look at, he's rich. Like, what do you know about rich?
She sees rich people on YouTube?
I don't know, Brandy.
Well, Ryan's whatever the fuck, he's rich.
Well, maybe. And she just always wants to buy everything. So when we go to the store and I'm like, no, she gets mad. And she's like, well, I wish we were rich so I could just buy anything. And like, you have a spending problem, child.
Gracie does the same thing. But I'm like, no, we're not buying that.
We're not buying shit.
You already have enough. I was like, okay, you want to buy this? We're going to give away 3 of what you already have. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, yeah, that's how it works. You don't get to accumulate shit. You want one thing, you give away 3. Mm-hmm. Or get rid of 3.
I'll become a hoarder.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Exactly. I started clearing out shoes. I was getting stuff out. I want to have a garage sale.
Yeah, me too.
I've got so much stuff in the garage. I just need to organize it and get it out and so people can see it.
Yeah.
And sell it like for $1 or $5 or whatever, like super cheap. Put up some signs and get shit out. Mm-hmm. I got a bunch of clothes, lots of shoes, dishes I can get rid of. I've got too many dishes.
Yep.
I need some new pots because my pots are fucking whooped to hell.
What about the pots you got when you got married?
I guess I do have those ones, but those are like stainless. They're not even stainless steel, but they're like steel. And I don't like the way they cook certain things. Like I don't like the skillet on it. I like more of the
cast iron or Teflon.
Teflon skillet, like for eggs or
Calphalon
or like quesadillas and stuff. The
non-stick shit.
Yeah. So I do have those ones still, and those ones are still good. But my other ones that I had before I even had Kindle, I think I bought those in college, the pods that I'm using still.
You still have those?
So much stuff to fucking do. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's why I do nothing.
That's why I do nothing. All right. Well, what's going on, Brandy? Welcome back.
Nothing's going on. School fucking started, and now I'm getting up at fucking the butt crack of dawn to get this girl to school on time. Yay!
August. Welcome.
I'm already ready for summer to start again.
Oh my gosh. This is only week 2. I think you're suffering so much because your neck is hurting.
That must be it.
That's it. I think I'm going to have your son cut my hair today.
Okay.
I need to get lined up. I was just going to try and let it grow. But it's just like, I either need to get it braided or cut.
Just put it in cornrows.
Can you braid my hair? And throw a wig on? I was thinking about doing that. Look at, while we do the podcast, I could throw some braids in my hair and slap a wig on today.
You could do that, I suppose.
I could. I was thinking about that, but then when I heard you were here, I was like, oh shit. There's someone in my house.
When you heard I was here.
When I heard your keys rattle downstairs, and I was like, hello? And then I heard you creak in the chair, and then I looked down and I saw your feet, and I was like, okay, cool. We're good. We're good.
All right.
So, school's back in session.
Yep. I feel like I don't have time to do anything now. Like, I got home at like going to say like 4:45, 5 o'clock. And I was there for an hour, and I was like, damn, it's only like 6:30. It's like, ugh, because I wanted to go to bed. I was like, it's only 6:30, really? So, yeah, it's getting old.
That's the thing, old. I need to take my old ass to the gym or sit down in front of my TV and do some yoga consistently because my old bones are aching. Like I move around and stuff. I'm like really active, but I'm not stretching.
Let's sign up for Planet Fitness, and then we can go in the morning after the kids go to school. Well,
Talk to me.
Because yours goes at a different time, so like
she can get to school. Like she rides the bus.
She can get herself to school.
Yeah,
like get herself up and out.
Because
like if I could just like drop her off and then just go straight there, get the gym over with, done, first thing, and then get back. That will be like beneficial.
Okay, you want to work out, buddy? Yeah.
So like, let's sign up for Planet Fitness. It's $10 a month.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
We'll be accountability. But why is everybody blowing me up? I like that idea.
Yeah, Planet Fitness. They have like a $39 annual fee, but it's $10 a month for
$39 annual fee.
Yeah,
that's kind of what's up. We'll consider that.
I've been trying to sign up for the gym for like 3 years.
Okay,
and the one in Cal City is it's a small gym, and it's kind of like the one over here,
Rosen Health and Fitness.
That one, yeah, it's kind of like that. It's small, and the hours are actually they open at like 4 a.m. and they close at like midnight. But I'm not going to the gym at 4 a.m. I have to, so it's just
because you would have to go at 4 a.m. Get yourself in order, then get the kid up, and then get to school.
I'd have to be there like when they open, do my workout.
Are you guys open yet? I'm ready to work out.
And then, so like, the one by my house is not going to work just because, I could go there on weekends, but I want to go to a gym. I feel like I can work out at home, but it gets, I can also sit on the couch.
For real.
So if I go to the gym, I'm not going to, where am I going to sit on the floor? So.
There's too many options at home.
Yeah.
Like, that's why, like, the work from home culture is awesome, but it's also a trap as well. If you don't know how to, be motivated and get shit done. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so when we first started, like, COVID working from home shit, I was downstairs in the living room and I was doing all kinds of other things besides working. And then once I set up in here and like, we've got the studio in here and then I work in here, I'm able to get stuff done.
Yeah.
But I do need to take my ass to the gym. So we're going to do that not tomorrow because I have the interview tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
But maybe next week. You want to start on Monday?
Sign up online and
I can go. I'm going to Lancaster today. Bryn has to get her second COVID shot.
Oh, okay.
So that's happening. And then I think I want to buy some bins so I could have a garage sale.
Yep. Garage sale.
My computer was sighing.
I was like, what the hell? Wind?
My computer was sighing. Oh my gosh. Anyway, man, so let's get into it. So I'm Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandy Fleeks.
And this is Book of Lies. The podcast.
It's Bolt, bitches.
Yes, it is. And hello, listeners. How are you guys doing? Hello to our fabulous patrons. We love you guys. I need to get your stuff in the mail. I'm a slacker and I do apologize, but it is coming, I promise. Thank you for being here. If you aren't already, you can connect with us on social. You can follow us on Twitter at Book of Lies Pod, on Instagram or Facebook at Book of Lies Podcast. You can visit our website, bookofliespodcast.com. There you could find your streaming platform. You can listen to us all over the place. We have a lot of people listening from Podchaser. So thank you guys for listening. If you aren't already, go ahead and give us a follow, subscribe, come back. And when we bring in a new episode, you will be notified of it just like now, right? So Brandy, what's going on? What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about C. Ray Nagin, the former mayor of New Orleans.
Oh, shit. Okay.
This episode comes from American Greed. I had another episode in mind that I was going to do, like another subject in mind, but it was a, like a docu-series about this particular thing. Mm-hmm. And I watched it before, but like, I was like, I can't do all my notes on these episodes because there's multiple episodes. I picked something else. So this is Clarence Ray Nagin Jr., who was born on June 11th, 1956. He's married, has some kids, did some shit, graduated from a college.
Tell me more.
He eventually became a CEO at Cox Communications, or an executive, I should say. I don't know if he was CEO. An executive at Cox Communications. And in 2002, he decided to run for the mayor of New Orleans. Before running for mayor, he had no political experience at all, but somehow he managed to galvanize a city to vote for him, and he won. While he was in office, when he first got into office, he, discovered that their shit was like stuck in the Stone Ages. Like nothing was online. Everything was fucking, you had to like walk a paper over to somebody's office instead of sending an email. You had to basically, they were like,
they was back
stuck in the fucking,
in the
fucking 60s and 70s. So he was like, this ain't gonna work.
Oh, we need to get more efficient, more modern.
Right. And he had a tech background, working for Cox, and he worked for a couple other tech companies. So he was like, we're gonna fucking fix this shit right now. And he creates an office in the mayor's office called the Office of Technology. He gets, City Hall up to date with their tech. They, finally come into the fucking 21st century. He appoints a man by the name of Greg Meffert as his chief technology officer. So this is a new position in a new office at the mayor's office that has not existed before. Everything's going swimmingly. He's like, I want to stop corruption. I want everything to be transparent. I want accountability. All of this is what's supposed to be happening, right? That's what he's telling his constituents. He's telling the city of New Orleans, down with corruption.
Up with hope. Down with dope.
Okay. So he's doing, pretty good in office. He actually manages to have a high approval rating. His approval rating was like 80%. Mm-hmm. Then Katrina hits.
Oh, damn. Y'all know Katrina, right? Tell them. You gonna tell us about Katrina?
Hurricane Katrina.
Some people might not know.
Hurricane Katrina devastated New Orleans in 2005. So on August 28th, 2005, he orders a mandatory evacuation of the city. There's people that are stuck, so the 80% of the city is underwater. Mm-hmm. The fucking levees have fucking broke and the city's flooded.
People are
below sea level and people are drowning. Hundreds and hundreds of people are dying. People are stuck. They're sitting on roofs. They're walking through fucking chin height waters. It's just all bad. It's a bad time.
Catastrophe.
It's a bad fucking time, right? So Hurricane Katrina fucks up the city for 3 days. After which, people are, people left. People went to Texas. Yeah. People went to all kinds of other places and shit was happening, whatever. But when people were ready to come back, they were like, we need to rebuild.
Yeah.
And so Ray Nagin is like, okay, we're going to rebuild this city. He's also, this is around the time where he's about to start running for mayor again.
Okay.
And at first, before the election begins, there's an organization that's like, they're trying to, instead of rebuilding what was already there, they're trying to change New Orleans and basically make poorer black neighborhoods, trying to turn them into parks and shit. They're not trying to, help these people get back into their homes or rebuild their homes. They're trying to change the shit and then basically
get them out.
Right. So Ray Nagin first approves this motion, this effort, whatever the hell you call it. And the people are like, well, what the fuck? Yo, dog. Mm-hmm. This is our land. You're not going to fuck us over here.
Right.
He realizes, oh shit, these are the people that are going to vote for me. Mm-hmm. So he changes his mind and he's like, okay, so we're going to rebuild. And he makes this speech about having, New Orleans become a chocolate city.
Oh, God.
It's going to be a chocolate New Orleans. It's going to be a majority African-American city because, it's going to be chocolate.
Don't everybody love chocolate? Who don't love chocolate?
And of course, the non-chocolate people were like, excuse me?
What the fuck? What about us?
Exactly.
Hey, this is Ken M.
Padawan J.
Coach Duffy. From the Ocho Duro Parlay Hour podcast. Every week, the ODPH is talking sports, movies, TV, comics, and more. It's always a parlay of topics on each episode. You can find the ODPH on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and wherever you find great podcasts, such as the one you're listening to right now. Don't forget to check out OchoDuroParlayHour.com, where you can find the links to all of the ODPH social media accounts, links to the bands whose music you hear each week on the show, hashtag 607 podcast info, and parlay points, our companion blog section of the show. Thanks for listening to the ODPH. Now get back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
Somehow he pulls it out and he manages to get reelected again.
Okay.
So he remains mayor, but he doesn't know how to be a mayor. Like the whole time that he was, had this high approval rating, he wasn't actually like doing anything. Mm-hmm. He was saying stuff, but nothing was actually happening. So now it's
his mouth was moving, but nothing was coming out.
He would know the words were coming out, but he wasn't moving his body to make those.
No effort behind the words.
He was just, he was talking big
lip
and
service,
producing nothing.
Lip service.
People are still like, we need to rebuild. We need to rebuild. People are still out of their homes. People are still trying to come back to the city. And meanwhile, he's not doing shit. But of course, he's hobnobbing with the president and all these political leaders. And he's taking fucking pictures with people and fucking photo ops and all this stuff.
That's when Kanye was like, George Bush doesn't care about black people.
But it wasn't about George Bush. It was about Ray Nagin because he was the mayor.
Right. But who's Ray Nagin rubbing elbows with, like you said? The president. And I just wanted to bring it back full circle. That was it.
Fuck Kanye. Anyway. He's crazy. So, yeah, he wasn't really working toward rebuilding the city. However, around this time, his sons open a granite company called Stone Age. They're basically a contractor that does like granite countertops and things of that nature. So people need granite countertops. People need countertops because they're rebuilding their homes.
Right.
Stone Age is going to, try to help them out and make a profit, whatever. Who cares? Also, during this time where they're supposed to be rebuilding the city, Home Depot decides that they want to put a fucking location in one of the major urban areas that is like a low income area. Mm-hmm. They want to build a store there. They're, looking for property. They find a property that's like, has a whole bunch of like just vacant lots and whatnot. The city appraises that property for $850,000. Mm-hmm. And in order for Home Depot to, get itself in there's a community group that's like, okay, yeah, you can put Home Depot here, but we want you, Home Depot, to hire a specific percentage of people from this neighborhood and pay them above what you would pay everyone else. Ooh. So pay us a higher wage and you need to hire us from here because we're here and you're in our space.
Right. I mean, hey, okay.
Ray Nagin's like, oh, okay, cool. So he writes a letter to the CEO of Home Depot like, hey, I can help you with negotiations between this community group and Home Depot. Mm-hmm. Home Depot's like, we don't want to do that. Like, we don't want to hire this certain percentage, and we're definitely not paying anybody over what they what our minimum or whatever our maximum is or whatever, right?
Right.
So Ray Nagin is also an investor in his son's company called Stone Age.
Right.
So finally, he's like, you know what? It's going to benefit me to just fucking stymie the community group and just work with Home Depot. So he fucking gets one of his aides to basically blow them off and gets a contract with Home Depot for Stone Age to be the main supplier and the main installer of the granite countertops for that location and a few other locations.
Ooh-wee.
So he's the mayor and he has a business and he's doing business with a big business and he's getting income from this. He's got a whole bunch of conflicts of interest going on right now.
Yeah.
Home Depot gives them a contract. They get the fucking, they're the ones. They're the fucking suppliers, the granite suppliers, right? But soon Home Depot's like, okay, this isn't working out because they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh my God.
So-
oh my God. No. Listen, I'm like, okay, look at they running their business right. They doing everything right. Even though like the way this contract was attained was like, ugh. But then they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, their quality's terrible. They have fucking customer complaints up the fucking yin yang. Home Depot's like, we can't. No, we're contract done.
That's a no
They
dog.
dissolved that shit.
That's a no dog.
So now Ray Nagin's investment in his son's company is basically shit because they're not making money because Home Depot's like, we're not working with y'all no more. So Ray Nagin also has other income. What do you call it? Other
income
streams of
producing.
income.
Yeah.
Other streams of income. He and his buddy Greg Merritt, he and his buddy Meffert are cahooting pretty much because Greg Meffert, as the chief technology officer, was given free reign to do whatever he wanted in his position as far as the technological side goes. So he was given all the power to dole out contracts to vendors for the city. So all the security cameras in the city, all of the computer, like IT stuff in the city, anything that has to do with tech and the city, he's in charge of it. And he can just give somebody a contract without them having to go through a bidding process, without them having to go through checks and balances, without them having to be approved by higher ups or even the city council
or the board.
Exactly. So he just assigns people contracts. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. He gives his fucking friend a contract. His friend's name is Mark St. Pierre. Gives his friend a contract in return for bribes, monetary kickbacks, and
why are people so greedy? Or like, do they think this they should know this is wrong, right? Like, what's the deal?
They let power go to their head. This Meffert guy was basically saying that he was calling himself the deputy mayor. That's how much power he had. He was like, I'm the deputy mayor. He bought a house next door to Nagin. They were living next door to each other. That's how much enmeshed they were in this whole situation.
Wow.
So Meffert, like in 2008, leaves the office of the mayor's office, the technology office. He leaves that office, right? But suspicion is already like floating around. So the fucking Inspector General's office is looking into the CTO and the Office of Technology in the mayor's office because, again, there's a bunch of fucking like issues. The security cameras that they have around the city aren't like, the vendors aren't matching up. The fucking the quality of the devices that they're using are garbage.
Damn.
They're just, like, oh, I'm gonna put this little toy camera up here and say it's a security camera, and the images and the fucking video that they were capturing was garbage. So people were like, what the fuck is going on here? Inspector General's office gets their nose, they start smelling some shit, and they're like, we're gonna find it. So they start looking. And they find out that Meffert, again, he's got free reign to do whatever the hell he wants in the office, signing fucking contracts. He gives his fucking friend, Mark St. Pierre, the contract. And Mark St. Pierre, not only did he give him money and like, he was paying for trips for them, he gave Meffert a credit card to do with whatever the fuck he wants. So of course, I have a credit card now, and I can do whatever the hell I want to with it. What am I going to do with it?
You gonna go tricking.
I'm going to do fake rich nigga shit with it, right? So I rent a fucking yacht, and I'm renting this yacht all the time, and I'm getting fucking strippers on the yacht.
Oh my God. Boats and hoes!
I'm holding like city council meetings on the yacht with strippers.
Oh my God.
I'm having parties on the yacht.
Boats and hoes.
Like $600,000 of shit.
Wow.
In total, Meffert got from Mark St. Pierre about $900,000 in like
kickback.
Yeah, garbage, right? And of course, the mayor's like, I don't know anything about that. What are you talking about?
I didn't do that.
The chief inspector or the inspector general's office finally, comes down on them, and they manage to get an indictment. Meffert and St. Pierre are indicted on 63 counts.
63
of money laundering, bribery, and conspiracy.
Oh my God.
In November 2009.
What?
Yeah.
And then they only get convicted on like 2.
Well, so St. Pierre, he's also paying for the mayor's vacations. He's paying for the mayor to go on fucking family trips, like doing stuff, you know, and the mayor's not doing his fucking job, the job that he said he was going to do, which was to help the city rebuild.
This doesn't look good, my friends.
No. And finally, he finishes his term as mayor and leaves the office.
Oh, okay.
So he did 2 terms, leaves the office of mayor, moves to Texas. But he's being paid by the vendors still. He's being paid consulting fees for the vendors that are working for the city, right? So while Mefford and St. Pierre are about to fucking get the fucking book thrown at them, Mefford decides, I think I can get out of this, or I think I can get a lighter sentence, and he goes and turns fucking Fed's witness and starts fucking running his mouth. He's like, yo, so the Mayor Nagin, yeah, he knew all about all of this. Mayor Nagin knew about this. He was involved. St. Pierre was buying him shit, giving him shit, paying for his vacations, all that stuff. The feds are like, what? He's like, yeah, he took bribes. He got fucking lawn care, like the bribes that he took were in the form of cash, of course. Trips, lawn care services, and cell phones. He also got some of his friends involved in, like, as contractors. There was one guy, he was like, okay, you want to become a contractor for the city? I'll take care of it for you. I just need you to do this thing for me.
Oh,
so,
favors.
Yeah, basically. So he and 2 of his business partners, the guy who, one of the contractors, he's like, they each wrote him a check for $20,000, which he funneled into Stone Age, as calling them investors, and assigned them a contract. They become fucking rich because they're getting $1 million in contracts from the city. He does this for some other guy, some Italian guy from fucking New Jersey. And so, you know, it's basically becoming like his whole, like, organized fucking, not crime ring, but basically his own little money laundering, you know, organization.
Because they're giving him money. He's assigning them contracts.
Right. He's like, you get the contract for, I don't know, fucking streets and whatever.
Because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. There's a lot of building that needs to be done. There's lots of houses that need to be.
A lot of repair.
A lot of stuff. Yeah. So,
the city is literally like, it has to be rebuilt from fucking rubble.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, while he was in office, he took money, a lot of money from a lot of people and funneled it into Stone Age to keep that motherfucker afloat and fund his lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because him and his wife were fucking going out and eating at fancy restaurants.
Right.
They were fucking wearing expensive ass fucking clothes. His kids were, you know, fucking going to private school, you know, whatever. So he needed to fucking keep up with the Joneses somehow. Because mayors aren't rich unless they're already rich. You don't get rich being the mayor.
That's for sure. That is for sure. Like, I imagine, hey, you have a successful business.
He was making, before he became mayor, he was making $400,000 a year at Cox. So he wasn't doing bad for himself.
Not at all. So maybe he was like, okay, then he left. He's like, shit, I need money. I've been living on $400,000 a year, which is a lot of fucking money.
Especially in Louisiana.
That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So, damn, he was stunting.
So he had to maintain that lifestyle as mayor, and that's how he did it. So the feds are like, okay, cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks for the tip, right? On January 18th, 2013, he gets indicted on 21 charges of corruption, wire fraud, conspiracy, bribery, money laundering, and filing false tax returns related to the bribes from those contractors.
Of course.
He pleaded non-guilty on February 20th, 2013. And the jury was like, fuck you, dude. The city has been paying for your lifestyle. The city has been paying for all of your guys' lifestyles because these contractors were being paid by the city. And the contractors were paying the mayor and everybody. And the fucking city is paid by the taxpayers. So the taxpayers, in essence, were paying for all of their lifestyles. Fucked up. In 2014, he was convicted on 21 charges of wire fraud, bribery, and money laundering. And he was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison.
Damn.
Mayor Nagin. St. Pierre was sentenced to 17 years, but after all this information came out about the mayor, his sentence got reduced to 5 years, and fucking Medford got 2 years. 2. They all went to jail. Most of
Which
them are
one
out.
was Medford? What did Medford do?
Medford was the CTO, the chief technology officer. He was the one that was assigning all of these contracts for bribes. All of the tech contracts.
Oh, God. Okay.
Mayor Nagin was the first, I don't know if he was the only since then, but he was the first mayor of New Orleans to be charged with corruption. Even though apparently the city of New Orleans has a long-ass history of corrupt government officials.
Yeah.
He was the only one. It's probably because he was black.
Bam! Bam! Don't get us wrong. He fucked up. He did some fucked up shit, but they went for him because I think the whole situation, no one had ever experienced anything like Katrina.
Yep.
And
well,
then,
Medford and St. Pierre are the ones that fucking got him, that pointed the finger at him.
Ah, shit. Snitches get stitches.
Right. So they pointed the finger, and then the feds just went after him.
Yeah.
But, whatever. There was proof.
Damn.
And so,
It was because he was black, though. Just saying. Damn. I'm sure there's a lot of money in this motherfucker. A lot of money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money in catastrophe, which is horrible.
Yeah.
Which is horrible.
Horrible.
So he's out of jail now. Obviously, it's 2022.
I think they're all out. Everybody's out of jail. Because even the contractors that Nagin gave contracts to, they only got a year. So, yeah. Whole bunch of bullshit.
Mm-hmm. That was a nice one. That was nice.
Was it?
I mean, Hurricane Katrina was a catastrophe, and with every catastrophe, I'm sure there's something. I'm sure we're going to find out a little bit more about, COVID cons and scams besides these PPE loans.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently, the president's all right, you guys got the PPP loans? I'm coming for you. People got it fraudulently.
Yeah, and, even the unemployment thing, because I had to freaking, do a whole appeal thing. So, yeah.
They're like, tell me more. Tell me exactly everything that happened.
Pretty much.
Settle down. Give me my check.
I already got the check. Now they're like, give it back.
Oh my gosh. Stop it right now. So I haven't got the opportunity to watch it yet, but I'm really looking forward to watching She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
Yeah.
That's launched today on Disney Plus.
Mm.
And it is Tatiana Maslany from Orphan Black.
Yeah.
So I like her.
Mm-hmm.
She's very talented.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to watching this series.
Or as Melissa McCarthy says, Tatiana. Tatiana.
That's funny. Have you been watching anything lately? Anything new? Anything you want to tell us about?
I haven't watched anything new. I am doing a rewatch of True Blood.
Hold up. Wait a minute. KT and OT. KT specifically. I feel like we've had a conversation that you need to watch True Blood. Have you done it yet? Brandy's watching it. Maybe you guys can have watch parties together.
I'm rewatching. I'm already...
I do bad
I think that's not the right song.
Whatever, man.
I want to do bad things.
I want to do bad things to you.
You are a song ruiner. Where am I? I'm on episode 6 already, I think. It still holds up. So, I'm, watching it, and it's funny because, you know how, it's been years since I watched it. So you catch things, and you're like, oh, okay.
Didn't get that before.
And just in the characters, you see how they evolve from where they ended to where they started.
Yeah.
So I'm just, I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Cool. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm watching it again since it's been some years.
Okay.
And I'm still enjoying it. So that's cool. What are you watching? Are you watching anything new?
I am watching something new. Thank you for asking.
What's new? What are you watching?
New for me, because I've never seen a single episode of this show, is I started watching Supernatural last night.
Oh, okay. All right.
From episode 1.
I dig it.
Apparently there's 15 seasons.
There is.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard great things.
I love Jensen Ackles.
I don't know any of these people's names yet. Like, I've
Jensen Ackles is the actor. He's the one that plays Soldier Boy on The Boys.
I haven't finished this I haven't even finished The Boys yet.
You haven't seen Soldier Boy yet?
I don't know who Soldier Boy is yet.
What the hell?
Why are you mad at me?
How? What? Because it's over.
I know, I haven't watched it, though. What? Yeah. I haven't got a chance to watch it.
You watched the first episode, I know that.
Yeah.
Is that all you watched?
I think I watched like 3 episodes.
So you should have seen Soldier Boy by now.
I've just seen like his minion and then the girl with the fireball thing, and that's about it.
Maybe you weren't paying attention because they've shown him.
Maybe I wasn't paying attention. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. I'm watching Supernatural from the beginning because I've never watched it.
Yeah.
So
Dean.
Yeah, Dean and Sam.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else really. I really don't have time. I've got my hands in too many pots and I'm not taking on anything else anymore. I updated my resume finally and now all these freaking, insurance agencies are calling me to sell their services and I don't want to do it. I don't. I'm like, no, sorry, not interested. Don't want.
You should put on your resume, no insurance. Thank you.
No insurance. Like, stop it right now. I'm learning more about the real estate business and how, hey, honey, if you're working for yourself, you got to hustle.
Hey, honey,
there's a lot of things that you got to do and it's a lot of work. So, that's why we've been busy. Had a board meeting last night. Oh my gosh. So much stuff. And I'm running for my position on the board again this year. So I'm up for election in November. So I'm a busy little bee. And I've got some jalapenos growing in my backyard. Finally, I'm finally growing some jalapenos. I picked off 3 fucking,
You're gonna make some salsa?
Yes. I picked off 3 hornworms off of my jalapeno plant yesterday.
Oh, you better go look.
3.
There's probably more.
Well, look at your face.
Because my habanero plant had like 40 of them on there.
40?
They were eating the shit out of that plant. I was like, why is my plant looking like this?
Yeah, exactly.
And Gracie was like, there's a bug.
Let me finish. So I went out there and I saw 1. And I was like, okay. And then I went to pick it off and I was like, oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. So you're totally right. I'm going to go out there and check again because apparently they like jalapenos. And then I saw the fucker because I threw them across the yard. I didn't like kill them or anything. I just threw them away.
And then threw them in the pond.
Oh.
Whatever.
I saw one like by my patio, like on like a weed. I was like, as long as you're not in my garden, I don't care. But like, I don't want you eating my shit. But they was like, I'm surviving because there's hella birds in my backyard. Anyway, I mean, but other than that, like, you know, life's fucking busy as hell.
Yeah. We
love you guys, and that's why we're here. We're here bringing you content because we love it, and we love you, and we'd love to hear from you too. So leave us a review, please. Yes. So you can help other people find us, and then we can hang out together.
Let's hang out.
Yeah, awesome. Do you have a thumbs up for the week, Brandy?
Oh, I forgot. I watched Bullet Train.
Oh, the Brad Pitt movie.
It was you know what? I recommend it just because it's a good time. Like, I was in the theater cracking up, and luckily there was only like maybe 15 other people in the movie theater. So that's awesome. But, it was good. It was a good time. The movie's a good time. And I enjoyed it. So, you know, if you like movies and you like action, because there's a lot of action, it's good.
Okay. That's your thumbs up for the week?
No. My thumb, even though it was this week. It was this week, huh?
Saturday.
Was it Saturday?
Saturday.
Okay. Well, whatever.
It's been within the week of this conversation.
True. Very true.
Podcast time is linear. It's pretty, right? It doesn't really matter. It exists in the ether. Whenever someone listens to this episode.
Podcast time is not linear.
Bam!
Unless we're episodic, and then it is linear.
We are not, and I was wrong with that statement. Don't worry, guys. Podcast time
chronological,
is not linear. So
it's not chronological.
Hey.
But I don't have it. What's your thumbs up?
My thumbs up for the week is I've learned how to clone cannabis, and I'm a fucking start printing money left and right. There's a lot of money in this motherfucker.
Okay.
Thank
you, Bia.
No, dude, like, I'm just like, nurturing and teaching my green thumb more and more knowledge.
Teaching my green thumb.
My green thumb is just trying.
I'm talking to my
things.
thumb, and it's listening to me.
It's trying different things, and it's pretty awesome. So, yeah, that's it, y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And if you haven't already, check out our other 165 episodes.
165.
Yeah. So, again, connect with us on social if you aren't already on Twitter at Book of Lies Pod, Instagram or Facebook, Book of Lies Podcast. Hey, if you want to check us out on Patreon, we've got some content up there. We've got a little community we're building for you. You can meet us on Patreon at patreon.com/Book of Lies Podcast. I'll go ahead and leave a link in the show notes if you want to join us that way. And I am Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandy Fleeks.
And this was Book of Lies, the podcast.
It's Bolt, bitches.